Hello viewers, welcome to the Editorial Analysis by Drishti IAS. In this section, we regularly take editorials from various newspapers and news portals for a better understanding of various issues happening in India and around the globe. Dear viewers, in this section, we first try to link the editorial with our UPSC syllabus. Then we go analytical in order to understand some key points and at last some important concepts. Dear viewers, we truly hope that you like this initiative taken by Drishti IAS and your feedbacks are important for us. So kindly feel free to give your important feedbacks in the comment section. So without any further delay, let's commence our session.
Dear viewer, this video is available in Hindi as well. If you wish to watch it, please visit our Hindi YouTube channel, Drishti IAS. For your convenience, the link for this video in Hindi has been provided in the description below.
Today's editorial is taken from the Economic Times, published on 21st of January 2021. The title of today's editorial is President Biden, Hope and Responsibility. If we try to link today's editorial with our UPSC syllabus, we can link it with the GS Paper 2, which has sections that include polity, constitution, governance, and international relations. Some key points from today's editorial. Joseph Biden Jr. has been sworn in as the 46th President of the United States. The absence of the outgoing president at the inauguration for the first time underlines the deep fractures within the US polity. Despite legal challenges, our vociferous campaign of lies and incitement of an insurrection by the disgraced loser in the presidential race there was no stopping the transition of power. Now, like we all know that on 20th of January 2021, Joe Biden has taken the oath for becoming the 46th President of the United States. Now, there were several uncommon things that happened during the inauguration ceremony, such as number one was the absence of the outgoing President Donald Trump, because a day before the sworn-in ceremony, Donald Trump had left the White House and went to an unknown resort. Now, it can be seen that this entire election and the campaign that was held before these elections was full of lies, and it can be said that Donald Trump acted like a disgraced loser. Also, he can be said as someone who was not ready or who could not accept the defeat that actually was a sign of democracy. President Biden has not just to repair the rift, but to move forward as well, fighting the pandemic, rebuilding the economy, and regaining America's position in the world, repairing alliances and partnership across the world. Now see, there are not one or two challenges that are lying in front of Mr. President Joe Biden, but the first and foremost thing that he has to work upon is to actually repair the rift between both the political parties that actually has been created by Donald Trump and his full of lies campaign. Also, one of the most important challenges before Joe Biden is to repair the economy, to rebuild the economy, fight against the pandemic situation, and make sure that America's position in the world is once again what it used to be. Also, Joe Biden has to work on repairing the alliances which during Trump's administration have actually taken a downturn. The present scenario, President Biden begins with a flurry of more than a dozen executive orders, some reversing measures taken by his predecessor and other reorienting the administration's strategy. Now, Mr. President has actually started on a very positive note, and he has come along with several executive orders. Some of those orders are the reversing measures that were actually taken by his predecessor, and some are focused towards the administration's strategy. Some of the decisions which have been reversed by Mr. Biden are ending the ban on travel from Muslim countries. Now, like we all know, there was an executive order that was passed by Donald Trump, which is also known as the Trump travel ban. Now, it was a condition that people from countries like Iraq, Iran, Somalia, etc., they could not travel to United States of America. So such a ban has completely been revoked. Number two, accelerating the pace of vaccination against COVID. Now, also, Mr. Trump has issued several executive orders where it has been said that the government has to pace up the vaccination process that is going on in America. And one of the most important decisions that have been taken by Mr. Biden is a pathway to citizenship for America's nearly 11 million undocumented immigrants that are the easy bets. Now, one more important decision that has been taken by Mr. Trump is to open the pathway of citizenship for nearly 11 million undocumented immigrants who are right now settling in America. Getting the kind of stimulus the present president wants through Congress will be more complex. Biden acknowledges that these have been dark times for the United States, but remind people that there is always light and that do not can things change, but that they do. He will need to work on all fronts, not just to heal the United States, but to restore its place in the world. See, Mr. Biden has actually acknowledged this thing, that the future of democracy, though it appears at this point of time, is going through a dark phase. But Mr. Biden has made it very clear to all the people in America as well as all across the world that it doesn't matter how dark the cave is, but at the end there is a hope of light. And that light exactly, that hope exactly is the thing that can change the entire situation. Mr. Biden has said that his primary goal will be to work for America so that America can be great once again. Mr. Biden has to work on many fronts, whether we speak about international relations, whether we speak about climate, whether we speak about WHO, whether we speak about corona pandemic. He has to work on a lot many fronts. But he has to ensure that America once again is restoring its place. The way forward, our first step will be reaffirming faith in multilateralism, joining the Paris Agreement on Climate and the World Health Organization, and reversing the undermining of the World Trade Organization. Now, several steps that were taken by Mr. Donald Trump and putting America into a phase of isolation. Now, some of those steps have actually been reversed by Mr. Joe Biden. Mr. Joe Biden has to show faith in multilateralism, and as a result, once again, America is joining the Paris Agreement on climate change. Also, America will be once again joining the World Health Organization and the World Trade Organization. So such initiatives actually show that Mr. Biden is focusing towards what comes ahead. Some of the decisions that have been taken by Mr. Donald Trump, yes, they are very much questionable and have done a lot of damage to America. But rather than focusing on those decisions, it is time to make the best out of what Mr. Biden has got. The US-India relationship will deepen, moving away from the transactional. The point is to build a partnership in a world that has altered with new challenges in technology and strategic rivalry from China. Now, Mr. Biden has also given India the same hope that the relation between India and America will go even deeper. And it will not be just in terms of only business, but there will be several other aspects where both the countries will be combining together and they will be doing something for the entire planet. Also, it has to be assured by Mr. Biden that all the challenges that the world is facing with reference to either technology or any other situation will be taken care of. And the strategic rivalry, which has actually increased a lot during his predecessor's time against China, it is something where Mr. Biden has to work a lot. Mr. Biden has to ensure that the relationship between America and China has to be of a mutual support. Competition is fine, absolutely. Every country wants to develop, every country wants to create more and more revenue for their public, for their population, but it should not be done on the basis of competition. And if the competition is there, the competition has to be a healthy one. Rather than putting blames on each other, we have to focus and we have to work on such a situation where the countries are working together. So these are some of the important things. There are several matters where Mr. Joe Biden's policy comes with hope, and we are expecting that in future as well, things will be in the right direction as said by Mr. President. So viewers, this was with today's editorial analysis. Our question that can be framed with reference to today's editorial is, what are the various challenges before the Biden administration? Also, what are the various areas where India and United States of America can work and improve their bilateral relations? So viewers, I hope you liked today's editorial analysis. Thank you very much.